Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with To Be Hero X episode number 5 reaction. Okay, the previous episode was an amazing episode with a crazy ending. Ling Ling went to save Moon, and there he obviously lost his all power because he went as Ling Ling, not as nice, and people doesn't know who Ling Ling is, but when he came in front of the camera, everyone saw him. He started losing his power and everything, but in the end, everyone, when they saw him still fighting, still going, and people started cheering him, and so now he himself like made an identity of him, and little by little he started gaining power, in the end defeating God's Eye. But turns out that wasn't Moon. He never had Moon from the beginning. But the good thing about this is, in the end, Ling Ling actually established an identity for himself. He's not nice anymore. He doesn't have to act as nice anymore. He is Ling Ling, and he was able to get back to the top 10 rankings. But the ending was crazy, where they showed Moon getting like shot literally in the head, and that kind of coincided with the vision that he had back in episode 1, I think. So yeah, let's see what happens. If we get any explanation, I think we'll probably get like a new set of characters today, because that's what we saw in the preview. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What the hell? Gunshot already? What? Whoa. Year 20 what? Couldn't read it. Okay. Was this a hero? Yeah. Is that a hero? Wait, isn't this the same guy we saw, right? In the I don't reckon. Yeah, he's the same guy that shot Moon. I think so. Yanchan. I cannot remember the face. 16 years at a year 36 after commission. E-Soul 5. One actor. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, so this is the same kid. Bruh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Oh my god. Great. Fantastic. Their internship. Oh, he's. Oh boy. No money. Alongside each soul for. Okay. Okay. He looks like a Power Ranger now that I'm seeing him. Damn, this kid is like not having it. Oh, uh, damn. Hey, yo, this kid, bro. Wow, wow. Hey, this kid is something. He's not wrong, I would say. Like, if you know, I guess. Um, but that's okay. Is this her? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, he put it backwards. What? No, she doesn't know who. What? Okay. It must be something else. Yeah. Not only that, I feel like she has some other reason. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, that is true. You know what? He's not wrong. Oh, great. Delivery guys? What? But isn't he? Actually, because of the way this world works, if people believe in him, he can actually be a hero. I need to get used to the names again. Like, you know, I forgot the guy and the girl's name already. Hmm. Hmm. Pleasure to meet you, Aisha. He's in costume, obviously. How is she? Okay. There you go. I knew it. Obviously, like, why would she otherwise, like, hmm. He's not talking because she'll recognize by the voice. Ah, the zoo. Ah, bro. To be a hero? Oh, okay. He's like, I can help you. Yeah, he's saying like you were better before. Like keep, yeah, like keep what you do the best. Doing what you do the best. Oh my god. Right. Well, he himself wants to meet him, you know. Hmm. Oh, he's left. He's hiding, yeah. Hmm. Where you on tomorrow? Okay, here we go. I feel like something bad is gonna happen. Oh no. Oh no. He has his whole complex about him. Okay. 4 and 4. Oh. Oh my god. Oh no. Uh, it's crazy. How does he have trust value zero? Like, I don't know. Like, shouldn't it at least be like single digits? Like, a few people must trust him, right? Oh god, I guess because he probably puts on the mask and he. I don't know. Oh my god. Come on. Oh, he's gonna leave. The kid is still trying to find him. These guys. What happened? Car broke down? I guess. Oh no. Yeah, it's definitely going to be something shady. Be a person? Oh god. Heh. Hmm. Oh. Come on, just yeah, you're just imagining she's inviting you. Oh my, this is like I could understand if like she's inviting you. Can you not like that in itself is a big indication. Like why she could have easily invited the other dude, right? The fact that she's inviting you, come on. Like I understand, but she his complex is just too much about like I'll talk about this later. If you, if you keep thinking that, oh, this is going to happen, that is going to happen, that's exactly what's going to happen. Whoa! Wait, the kid? You're supposed to. Why? What the hell? Okay, this makes no sense. Why the kid? It's. Yeah! Oh my god! Oh, the car is breaking down because. Oh my god. These guys are. What? Where are they driving? I think the trust value will increase because the kid will probably. Oh! Oh, damn! Nice! Okay. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Good God. Oh, this is a true ESOL, right? Oh my God. Ah. Oh my God. Ah. Oh, he used his gauntlet. Oh my God. Oh, the worst. Unwilling to betray. Oh yeah, he. Okay, nice. It worked. It worked. Oh, maybe trust value. Trust value will increase now. Will it? I don't know. People are watching him, and he's also okay. At least one. He got one. There you go. I said this. He's going to get one at least. Yep. And that's good enough. Nice. Oh. Oh. Hey, he's not getting up for at least a month. Okay, one thing I'm a bit. Is this why they tried to kidnap that kid? Is that kid somehow special? Because I don't know. I feel like one is really one trust value that strong. Like he, I don't know. You know what? Let's wait and see. I feel like there's a reason why they're trying to kidnap him in the first place. Mm. Oh, he's gonna show his face. Oh my god, this guy. Why does this guy all the time? The hell is this? Ah, what is this timing? Okay, good. Yeah, because I remember he, like, he kind of, I think, like, pointed towards him and was like, oh, that guy is good, but they, like, dropped him because he had zero trust or something. I don't know. Right. Okay. And that was today's episode. That was episode number 5. Now, another amazing episode, a really good beginning of the story for another hero, Iso. Now, I think I need to go back. This is the same guy who shot Moon, right? Um, I need to go back. and check. Yeah. So, anyways, like you can see this guy. What's his name? Oh God, I need to remember the names again. Ah, I need to find it first. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, there's two characters whose name I need to remember here. First is the girl's name. I think her name is Jia something. Wait a minute. Okay, the guy's name is Yancho. Yancho. And the girl's name is. It'll take me a while to remember the name. Yancho. Um, Xia. Yeah, Yancho and Xia. Okay, so we get to know the story of Yancho. Now you can see in the past he lost his parents in like a like that whole section that we saw where they got shot. Uh, so that happened, and Isol saved him. And from that point onwards, he has obviously he respects Isol and he wants to like meet him, talk to him, and like perform with him as we saw. That has been like his lifelong long goal. And like now here's one thing I don't understand. Why were they having this audition? Like what is like like do is Isol something which like where Isol like changes like after a certain amount of time? Is that what Isol is about? Like they were like having this audition and everything, and they're trying to like get the like find the correct Isol. What was that about? And you saw like Isol came and was like giving the speech and everything. One of the guys were like, oh, Yancho doesn't have any trust value, so drop him. So, like, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I can understand, I'm guessing Isol is like a hero who I'm guessing like changes if every generation or something. Like, obviously, after a certain amount of time, people will grow old. So I'm guessing after that person reaches a certain amount of age, they retire from Isol and a new person becomes Isol. Is that what's going on here? That's why they were having this audition thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I couldn't understand that part. But anyways, we had Yancho uh, being a very like big fan of Isol. At the same time, like that girl Jia, he also likes her. But this freaking guy just comes in at the most unfortunate moments every single time. And in the end, we can see that like the guy also had like his eyes on him because of how like because I think he knew that he was Yancho, in underneath the mask. So he probably had his eyes on him and wanted him to like win or something, but he got dropped. So now in the end, you can see he's like, "Oh, I was looking for you." He said something like that. You know. Anyways, I guess we'll get to know more about that later in the next episode. But goddamn, the timing are awful. Well, you know what? Maybe maybe the timing wasn't awful and he just like instead of talking to Jia, maybe he just wanted to talk to Isol not Isol, sorry, Yancho up until now. Because you know what, and that wouldn't surprise me because every single time when Yancho was talking to Jia, he comes in and Yancho just leaves, so he never gets to talk to him properly. So maybe he was just trying to get in contact with him because he wanted to talk to him about like the whole Isol situation or something. I think that's probably what's going to get revealed in the next episode. Like it wasn't Jia that he was trying to like like talk to or anything. It was him, and he always appeared at that moment because that was the only moment he had to talk to him, and he always like left at that time because even in the the whole the audition that was happening, you can see that he comes out and he was like standing there talking to Jia, and I think he was not here just talking to Jia. He was actually waiting for Yancho to come out to so that he can talk to him, and Yancho just left. So every single time, it just ended up missing each other, and he was never able to talk to him. I think that's what's going on here. Which will probably get revealed in the next episode. Anyways, yeah. But one thing in today's episode that I have to say is like a bit too extreme. I wouldn't call it extreme. I feel like there are people like this, but like I can understand being having like having like an inferiority complex, and I can understand that, like makes sense. Everyone has it, like everyone has it at certain degree. Some people have it more, some people have it less, some people might not have it. I don't know. There are probably people like that as well in this world who has no inferiority complex. But like, I think the section where I was like, "Come on, dude," is was that section where Jia was like, "Oh, yeah, like, will you go with me to the Lucky Xian concert?" Like, I could understand one thing if she didn't really invite him or anything, but she got the ticket from that guy, and instead of inviting him, she was waiting to invite Yancho. That in itself speaks so much. Like that in itself should give you that confidence boost, right? Like that part, I was like, come on, dude, like really, like she is literally, it's not, you're not even asking, you're not even like, inviting, she's inviting you, with the ticket that she got from someone else. She could have easily invited that person, you know she didn't. So that in itself speaks so much. The fact that he was, even after all of that, he was like, "Oh no, like, I'm busy," and he left. That is like some crazy inferiority complex, I would say. Like, even after that, because like I said, like, if Jia was like, if Jia didn't say anything about the concert, or then that's different. But she specifically was waiting to talk to you, to invite you to that place, you know, and yeah, like I feel like that is like quite at an extreme degree. His inferiority complex was so high that even after that, even after Jia herself decided to invite him to the concert, he was like, "Oh no," because he thought about that other dude. Like that's some crazy inferiority complex, I would say. Because even after all that, But yeah, like I said, there's obviously I'm guessing there's people like that as well. Like, like I can relate having inferiority complex, but to this degree, I cannot relate. You know, like this is like some crazy degree. But yeah, there's different types of people in the world, and maybe there are people like this as well who has inferiority complex to that degree that even in a favorable situation like that, where the person is literally asking you to come with them, like you don't even have to gather the courage to invite them. She's asking you. Like you decide to like not go. Like, yeah. Either way, but in the end, you can see, like, he got that trust. Now, there's another thing that was bothering me throughout today's episode, which was, why the hell does he not even have one trust value? Like in this world, there's nobody who trusts you. No, like his parents died. I'm assuming, like, if his parents were alive, he probably would have had at least two trust points. But I guess he has no one, literally no one. So up until now, he has lived his life with no one trusting him. Like, being acquaintances and knowing someone is different from trusting someone. Like, like he has a lot of acquaintance because, for example, that guy, if you remember the old dude who was like, like, not old dude, but that guy, the guy with the gray hair. He was like, like, telling him, like, you're trying to give him confidence. That guy knows him and is pretty good with him. Like, Jia also knows him. The kid also kind of knows him. Like, knowing someone and trusting someone is different, I guess. So even though they knew them and was favorable with them, he didn't have any trust value, because even if they knew each other, the other person probably didn't have any trust in them, or didn't have the trust to a certain degree that it would probably like be visible in the trust value meter. I think it was something like that, I'm assuming. So in the end, you could see, when in a situation like that, the kid was the one person who fully trusted him at that point, and that is when the number of counter went up. Now there's another thing that is very surprising to me, and I don't know if there's something more to this, is the fact that one trust value was able to make him that powerful. How does that work? Because, you know you could see at the end, he was able to like really beat up those guys. Like, I would expect at least like 30 to 40 trust power being able to bring out that amount of potential in someone. But it was only one. One trust value was that strong? Then wouldn't that mean like literally anyone can do that? That is why I'm thinking maybe this kid is special somehow. Again, I might be completely wrong, you know, but if he's somehow special and his one trust value is equivalent to, I don't know, like 100 trust value, maybe something like that, then it would explain why he was getting kidnapped. You know, maybe someone had their eyes on him because of that reason and tried to take him. Then everything would kind of make sense, because otherwise why the hell is he getting kidnapped? It makes no sense. And it's not just like some random kidnapping. Someone specifically called those two guys and told them that, oh, I'm going to give you something that will make you live like comfortably for the rest of your lives. Who the hell would even give that amount of money to someone to kidnap a random kid? Makes no sense. Even if they wanted to sell the kid, why the hell the person, the employer, the client who is doing this would give the people who are, like going to carry this out that amount of money? There must be something special about this kid. And that's why even that one trust value was equivalent to such a huge amount of power. Again, let's wait and see, because like I said, I don't know, maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's just he's just a normal kid and they just try. But it's really bothering me because of the fact that that person who called him, those guys, told that they'll give him so much money that they can live to the rest of their lives in ease. Why for a random kid? If he's just a random kid, why would they do that? That is very odd. So that's why I'm thinking maybe there's something special about the kid. Because we've seen this before as well in Ling Ling's situation. You need quite a bit amount of trust value to gain a good amount of power. Otherwise, like I said, like if you have your parents with you and your parents, at least one of your parents trust you, a lot of people will have one trust value, at least one trust value, because yeah, so all these people will be able to do something like this. Are you saying me that's what's going to happen? All these people who have at least one trust value, they can like do stuff like this, like literally beating up two people like that easily? I doubt that. So this one trust value is probably special because it was from that kid, and that kid is probably somehow special, and that's why like these people, like this client, tried to kidnap him and was ready to pay any amount of money for someone to do that. Again, this is just a hypothesis, just like a speculation. I might be completely off the mark, and maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's just a normal kid. But let's wait and see for in the next episode. um okay, either way, yeah, and that was today's episode. Good episode. Really good episode, and yeah, let's wait and see. Now, like I said, today's episode, a few things I'm like kind of waiting for them to reveal. The first thing is like that guy who was looking for Yancho. He I think he was, up until now, his horrible timing, the reason behind it was probably because he wanted to talk to Yancho, not because of Jia. And every time he came trying to talk to Yancho just left because of his inferiority complex, and that's why he never ended up talking to him properly. So I think that's why it was like so horrible timing that he was coming in, like every single time, like when he he was talking to, like Jia, he just popped out of nowhere. So that's one thing I think. Another thing is like the kid. Like I said, I feel like the kid is somehow special. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Why the hell would someone pay that amount of money to get him kidnapped? You know, yeah. And another thing which I need to understand, which I hope it gets explained properly, is like this whole thing with ESOL. Like, what is going on? Why are they having auditions? And why is ESOL coming and talking about, like, like, is ESOL like a thing, like where they retire every like certain amount of, like, like decades, like for like 20 or 30 years, someone does the ESOL and they retire and someone else takes the place? Is that what ESOL is about? Is that why they were having that audition and the guys were trying to get someone who has a better trust value? That's why they dropped Yancho. So these are like the few questions that I have. Anyways, let's wait and see. I think if we keep on watching, we'll automatically, it'll get revealed and we'll get to know. Okay. You know what? I really liked Esol's speech over there. That was really cool. That section where he was like, there's like one sentence that he said was so, was very inspiring. Where's that part? Where he said Like, hero is something that every person has within. No, what was that? Part. Let me check. Okay, today on this stage, many ESOs stand here together. Yeah, I think this ESO is actually like, it's not like an individual person. It's like, and everyone knows that. Everyone knows that they switch out the ESO after a certain amount of time. Because this is all public, right? Or wait, is this yeah, this must be public. This is like everyone's seeing this is happening. Okay, I feel gratitude for our shared ideals and common aspiration. No, where's that part? Where he says a very beautiful. Okay, the reason why I have never removed my mask in my 34 years of being a hero. Like he says, like like you might think that it's because maybe I was afraid of showing my face because people might target me or my family or something like that. Yeah, I've had many chances to remove my mask, but this isn't just a mask. Um, this is a trust that I'm unwilling to betray, along with the hope it carries. Like it's a symbol. It reminds me constantly. Okay, okay. It reminds me constantly. Cherish the courage and justice in your hearts. Okay. I cannot find that part. And this is where the kid was like, gave him the trust, and Yancho was able to. Here we go. A hero is the fireworks in the hearts of people. Like, yeah, this part, which is very true, especially in this world, because of the whole trust value thing. Like the aspirations, the trust, and everything that you give to a certain person, that is what makes someone a hero here in this world. So yeah, in the end, we see Yancho get like one trust value, and that was enough for him to defeat those guys. But like I said, I feel like something special with this kid. Otherwise, in no way he was able to like do all of that. And why the hell would someone try to kidnap him for no particular reason? Unless he, Jia is like some kind of a very wealthy person, very prominent wealthy person, and the kid, like her brother, maybe he carries that much amount of value. That's why someone tried to get him kidnapped. But I don't know. I feel like from what I've seen of Jia, she doesn't. She seems like a pretty common, like like a from a common family, right? Or am I just mistaken? You know what? Let's wait and see, because there must be some reason why they, but in particular, tried to kidnap the kid. Right. Either way, yeah, that was today's episode. Really good, and yeah, I think in the end, when that guy stopped Yancho, he probably was going to say like, "Oh, I've had my eyes on you. Like, you're perfect for ESOL," or something like that. He's probably going to say. We'll see next episode. Okay, and that was today's episode. Good start for this character. Yeah, let's wait and see. So yeah, that was my overall impressions. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to that scene where okay, yeah. Now you can see there was something being written. Year 20 after commission. They're talking. At first, I couldn't understand what that meant, but then I realized year 20 after commission means like Esol has been working for 20 years after his commission, after he became a hero. I think that's what it is. So at that time, Yancho was a kid, and like these guys, like thugs, like killed her parents and tried to sell him off. But then Isol comes in and saves him, you know, and he says like, what's your name? Yeah, and he says Yancho. Okay, interesting. Another thing I realized now that I'm rewatching this section again, he actually gave his name to Isol. So Isol actually knows or at least remembers the name. If he remembers the name, maybe there's like some kind of, you know what? Let's wait and see, because I feel like, I don't know, like, yeah, you know what? Let's wait. Let's just wait. Um, okay, so after that, you can see Yancho like 15 years later, I think. After that, uh, 34 years. So it was 20, so 14 years later. Like 34 years of Isol's career. Um, Great Mysterious Isol has never once shown his face before. Again, this way we can see Yancho is like has gotten like the tickets for uh, Xian. What was the name? Wait, what was the idol's name? Wait. I'm trying to find the name because I think this girl is that girl who we'll meet later. There's a girl in the, like, like in the title, in the opening we see, who's like an idol and who has like Xian like colored like hair and everything. That's her. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to see the name. Wait a minute. Lucky Xian or something like that, right? Yeah, Lucky Xian. Lucky Xian is that girl. I'm pretty sure we'll get to her later in one of the, the girl in the opening and in the trailers we've seen her, with the green hair. That girl. She's like an idol or something, as far as I know. Yeah. Anyways, so he comes and he tries to invite Jia to the concert, but then, like when he was doing that, in comes that dude. What was his name? Let me. Shan Xiao. Shan Xiao. Okay, that's his name. So he comes in and he's like, oh, like, and he's like talking about business and making like a business and all that. Like start a successful hero business. And this is where we have Yancho is like, oh, okay, like let me leave because he couldn't invite her. Anyways, he left at that time, and he was doing like hero show, like hero show like performances and everything. That's his like job that he does, and all the kids are loving it. But there's this one kid who is not really happy about it because he thinks that the way he used to do it before was better. Now he's trying to get like above and beyond, and it's just him being extra. It was like, just be yourself. That's what he was trying to say. um okay, now you can see here that that guy who was sitting here, I guess he came here to scout him and how much of a good e-soul hero he is. That guy, we see him as one of the judges as well, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, this guy was here and he was like looking at him. Like I said, I still don't understand how this whole e-soul like thing works. I think it's like some kind of like a business kind, not a business, but like it's like a thing where the people like a new ESOL like is going to replace, and that's why they were trying to like scout like a proper ESOL, and they were probably seeing who has like better trust value, who can be a better hero, and that's what they were doing. And this guy came here because anyone can be a hero literally. So it could be some random person who suddenly gets a good amount of trust, they can literally become a hero. So they are scouting every single place where they can find a proper hero, and one of this was like the hero show where there's a lot of children who can give the trust to that person. So they're trying to probably see whether this e-hero has gathered a good amount of trust or not, but he wasn't. He had zero trust value. um Anyways, yeah, so after that, you can see, yeah, you can see the guy in the end was like typing something in his phone, then he was like, he was like, no, this guy is not it. um okay, then the kid comes in and tells him that, you're trash. And he's then like, but I liked your performance before, like that's why I come here. And he tells him that, like what you were before was how, like, I really like that vibe back then. Now you're trying, like, to like make your like costume glow and everything, like trying to act as Esol, you know. And he was like, yeah, that's the whole point, right? Like, act as Esol. I'm doing a hero show here. And he's like, ah, no, no, I feel like what you were before was way better because you felt way more like Esau back then, not now, So, he's saying all of these things. And he's not wrong, as you can see, like, in the end, that's what we established, that him being his true self was what Esau is about, not trying to act as Esau. Because in the end, in the time of danger, like, in the ending part of today's episode, you know, he truly, like, not acted out, but he did something by himself. And that is what a hero needs. Like, that is what Esau needs. Anyways, later we get to know that Jia is actually the elder sister of this kid. And, and then Jia is like, oh, I want to, like, talk to you privately tomorrow. Now, obviously, I immediately realized that obviously, like, Jia doesn't even, he's wearing the mask, so she doesn't know who he is. She was probably going to talk to him about her kid brother, and ask, him to like babysit him or something. I knew it was going to be something like that. Anyways, and then this is also where we meet those guys who comes in barging, and the delivery guys, and they, like, got pissed off about, like, like something, and then they left. And Yancho, like, is like doing the delivery and everything. And this is where we get to see that in his spare time he tries to make the gauntlet properly. And he has zero trust value, like, like literally zero, like nobody trusts him. After that, next day, not Esol, sorry, Yancho talks to Jia, and Jia then asks him for help to babysit her brother. Like I said, obviously, Jia doesn't know, like, underneath that mask, who he is. So why the hell would she, like, try to randomly talk to him? Must be because of some reason, and the reason is probably her brother, because her brother, loves his performance. So yeah, she's like, oh, can you please help my brother out? I'll pay extra, this and that. So he's like, okay, it's fine. And yeah, then the kid was like, oh, these are all fake, like, why are you acting like this? Why are you trying to be someone that you're not? And this is where he tells him that the back before, when you were not trying to imitate someone, that was more Esau. Now you are not Esau, like, you don't have that thing, like that vibe. And then he's like, I have, like, like, I have this, like, he says, like, like, I can understand, I have this thing where whatever I say is actually, like, it kind of fits properly. So whatever I'm saying is probably, no, what does he say? Wait a minute. This part. Here we go. He's like, can you just tell me how much I'm Esau? Tell me, I'll take notes and practice more. And he's like, I don't know. You just gave his vibes. Um, how is vibes supposed to help me? I'm right about vibes. And then he's like, for example, I get the vibe that you like my sister. Anyways, in the end, he's like, oh, keep it a secret, this and that. And then more we get to see, like, he is like becoming friends with that kid. And, like, and he, as this hero in the hero costume, he talks to Jia via mobile, like social media and everything, and asks her about whether she likes Lucky Xian, this and that, all those conversations. Then in the audition day, you can see, like, he's there to give the audition. Shan Chao, he's also like the one of the judges, as you can see. And the other dude is also here, if you remember, who came to scout him, in that hero show. And then we are having this audition, and everything works pretty well. And I think Shancha was probably pointing towards, Yancho, and telling them that, oh, that guy's pretty good, or something. I don't know. That's the vibe that I got from there, because I don't know. I feel like he wanted Yancho to be, selected. But then we have this guy at the background looking at everything, and he's like, oh, that guy, he has zero trust value. Yeah, like, like, fail him. He cannot move forward. Right, and Jia was like waiting. The kid was also waiting there. Obviously, like, since he lost, he already was pretty depressed. So Yancho was going to probably talk to them, but then he saw, yeah, Shan Chao come out. And like I said, I get the feeling that he came out here not to talk to Jia, but he was like, came out and he was waiting to meet Yancho because he wanted to talk to him. But he left, as you can see. So that's why the timing was so bad every single time, because he actually wanted to talk to Yancho. Either way, Yancho left, and then we get to see these delivery guys getting a job which is literally kidnapping the kid. And like I said, this client was ready to pay them so much amount of money that they can live their life forever without any problem. Why do that for a random kid? I think there's something special about the kid. Let's wait and see. Um, anyways, and then after that we get to see the next day at school. This is where I was like, come on, bro. Like, like there's inferiority complex, and then there's this because Jia was like, oh, Lucky Shan has a concert coming up next month. Will you come with me? Like that guy, he gave us the ticket, a ticket, and I'm like, he gave her the ticket, and she's asking you out to go with her. That in itself is a big indication. So I was like, surely, but no. Yeah, but like I said, like I can relate to having inferiority complex, but I cannot relate to having inferiority complex to this degree. Like that's the problem. That's why I was like, come on, like this is crazy. Like literally, she's telling you, and like yeah. Anyways, he then left at that after that. Right, and then the kid comes and talks to him and tells him like, oh, why did you not, like talk to us back then, this and that. And he was like, okay, you know what, now that you're not Isol anymore, I'm going to tell everyone that your true identity. And this is where he gets jumped and kidnapped. And obviously at this point Yancho was like, I have to do something, so he takes his bicycle and starts going. We have like a crazy chase scene over here, and while the chase scene is happening, we have the original Isol come in the on stage, and I'm trying to see something. Cute actor audition competition. That's the name of the competition. I'm trying to figure out like what is the exact like um yeah, like reason for like this competition, like for this audition. Anyways, then Isol is like giving his speech. He talks about why he doesn't take out his mask. He says how what a hero is like a firework in every people's heart, and he tells about how the mask is a symbol for him. Is something that reminds him constantly about like justice and all that. Yeah, and he gives his speech, and while he's giving this speech, you can see Yancho is like fighting with those guys. Obviously, there's two guys, one with a crowbar and one with a baseball bat, I think. So in no way is a normal, ordinary person surviving that. But he still gives his best. In the end, he's getting beaten up. The kid was like, "Oh, get up, Isol, you can do it." And that one trust value that he got, like, sparked something within him. And he got up, he grabbed the crowbar, and he actually like fought really well here. He was using the gauntlet as well to use the electricity inside the gauntlet. You can see like he was doing that. That probably helped a lot. But still, fighting like that was crazy with one trust value. Either way, he won, and that was that. In the end, he brings the kid back to safety. Jia was going to talk to him, and she was like, "Oh, are you okay?" And he was going to show his face. He takes out the mask, and then he was like going to look back and talk to her. But then this guy comes in again, and I'm like, "Bro, timing! You have some horrible timing." But then the guy was like, "Oh, like Yancho, I was actually going to talk to you. Like like I have something to talk to you about. This part." I didn't say I'd see you here. What a coincidence. Um, then he's like, wait. Yeah, like he was saying that Jia was the coincidence. His main goal was him. He wanted to talk to him, and up until now he wanted to talk to him, but he always left, so he was never able to talk to him. So that's why the horrible timing. Um, I'm here for you. There you go, Yancho. Right. And he's like, what, me? Okay, yeah, and I can pretty much guess what he's going to tell him because he said he was like a business, like like a hero. He wants to do like a hero business and all that. Probably something related to that, and that's why he was like trying to find him and everything up until now. And the only time I guess you could say that he could come in contact with him was when he was talking with Jia. That's why whenever he was talking with Jia, he tried to come and talk to him, but he just left. He was just missing him up until now, and now finally he was like, stop. Like like I was actually going to talk to you, so I need you to stay here for now. Right. And that's where it ended. So yeah, really good start. I'm looking forward to where this is going to go, and yeah. Okay, one thing. You know what? Let me just check something. The ending of To Be Hero X episode 4, the person who shoots Moon, is that. I'm going to check this. Wait a minute. I've gone to the episode and I'm trying to see the ending scene where Moon got shot. Is Esol, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So, whatever's going to happen, we'll see. Like, it's probably going to connect to this scene. How this scene came to be, all those things. Okay, so there you go. That was my reaction to episode number 5 of To Be Hero X. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below, anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of To Be Hero X. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.